Hey everybody, this is Talks from Crits Happen. Thanks for watching and welcome back. If you saw a recent video we did, which was all around the tutorials for this wonderful game we're about to check out, Mystic Vale, you'll be pretty excited about this. If you haven't, take a second, go check them out. The tutorials in this game are phenomenal. But what we're going to do today is we're going to play a game of Mystic Vale through Steam on our computer. And I am really excited about this. This game is fabulous. It is a wonderful physical game to play in real life, but they have done a tremendous job transporting it into the digital realm, and I'm just really excited about that. Some things that I want to bring up and share with everybody. So Nomad Games is the developer of this. This was a copy that was provided to us by AEG, so I want to thank them for that. And there's a lot of different things here. So when you first launch the game and you come into here, there are these browse packs. Like you can see what is part of all of the expansions. So for example, this actually Veil of Magic was just released. And you can see the cards that you would get if you were to purchase that add-on, right? So there's the base game that you can buy, and then there's additional expansions that you can buy. What I think is really nice is that instead of just buying an individual expansion, there is a season pass that you can buy that's only like $9.99. Each expansion is, I think, $5. So there's 3 expansions that will come out for the game over time. So the $10 gets you a free expansion, which is actually pretty good. You can see here that all of the artwork is kind of, as you hover over it, is animated. And they've just done such a good job with that. It doesn't, like, over-animate it, and it doesn't make it feel choppy. They did really, really well with that. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mystic Vale, and you can see here that there's, the Mystic Vale base game, Veil of Magic, which just was released, Veil of the Wild, and Mana Storm, which are coming soon, which is really cool. If you're unfamiliar with Mystic Vale, it is a card crafting deck building game, and it is superbly fun because you start the game with 20 cards. Some of them are blank, some of them have decay, some of them have power, and you'll see that as we go through the game, kind of how this all works. If you're unfamiliar, I will do my best to explain it as we play the game, but I'm going to go ahead and set up a game and let's get started playing. I am going to do a classic game. You can do online multiplayer, which is really cool. There's a couple of options here which are really nice. You can do a half standard or extended victory point pool size. So if you want to play a longer game, you could do that. If you want to play a shorter game, you could do that as well. You can do different levels of players and different levels of difficulty. So I'm going to go ahead and play a 3-player game. And I'm going to make both of the opponents medium. So you can make kind of low, medium, medium, high, and then high. I don't want to be crushing and soul destroying here, so I'll just do medium to kind of share with everybody kind of how it works. So go ahead and click start. Everything will populate and we'll get started with this game. It did very short loading times, which I'm really, really happy about. So here you see everything on the screen that you could ever really want to. At the very top, you have your level 1 and level 2 Veil cards, which are some of the things we're ultimately building up to buy. At the beginning of the game, it's going to be pretty hard, though, because you need these symbols to buy them. So you'll see here I need this yellow and brown symbol. I don't have any of those yet. The way the game plays is very interesting because you are going to roll over and flip face up cards in your deck until you are showing 3 decay symbols, which is this kind of red tree symbol here. Now, the very interesting thing about this is that you will always see the top card of your deck. So you see this is called an on-deck card, which is this one right here. This has a cursed land, and it has, at the top here, there's kind of 3 rows. If you could imagine that each card has 3 rows on it, the top row here is taken up by the cursed land, which provides me 1 mana or 1 power, and it gives me 1 decay. Because that's on deck and it's face up, I have 1, 2 right here, and then if I scroll over, 3 right here. So I have 3 decay that are in my kind of prep area and in my planning area. I could potentially push it. Which is one of the interesting things here. So the game will automatically stop you when you have 3 decay. But if I wanted to hit this button, this will push my on-deck card into my field. Now the problem is that if my next on-deck card that's flipped face up has a decay, I have spoiled, which is a term in the game for when you have more than 3 decay. That would mean my turn would be over. I would flip this little white mana symbol here to the blue side to show that I would have an additional mana for next turn, so you get a little bit of something out of it, but I'm not going to get to buy anything, and buying is the most important part of this game. You'll see the cards here in the middle are the cards that are available to buy, and you can scroll through these that are available that are face up. You'll see there's different tabs, like this Feral Chieftain will go on the top of a card, whereas this Lifebringer Seed will go in the middle of a card. Some of them, like the Feral Chieftain, will give you a yellow symbol, which will help you buy these Vale cards later on. And some of them will give you, like for example, this Plow gives me a victory point from the victory point pool, a mana, and a green symbol, which is really good. But it's going to cost me 5 mana to be able to get. And right now, if I just stop my turn where I am right now in what's called the planting phase, which is what it's called when you flip over all of your cards, I am going to have 4 mana. So I won't have enough to get that. I would have enough to get the Grassland. You'll see it's kind of highlighted here. This gives me a green symbol, and it says while it's in your field, you have 1 less mana to spend. So that kind of takes a little bit away from our mana, which is kind of cool, but this green symbol is really nice because that green symbol is right here, and it counteracts the decay. So the Grassland could help us really early, which would be pretty neat. So we'll kind of go through here. I'm not going to explain like every single rule as we go. I'm going to do my best to kind of keep up with everything. I really like these podlings, man. These podlings are really good. That helmet is a guardian symbol, and it can help you later on in the game. You'll also notice that it has this gray symbol for victory points, whereas the Plow had a blue symbol for victory points. And the Plow actually has a gray symbol down here as well. There's 2 different types of victory points you can get. So, for example, if I were to play a card with this Plow on it, it would give me a victory point from this group of victory point pool. You remember at the beginning I said you could have a half, a standard, or a extended victory point pool. Once these are out, that's going to trigger the end of the game. So the more I play the Plow, the more points I'm going to be taking from that pool, and the faster I'm going to be aggressing the end game. This gray victory point is points that I will have because that card is in my deck at the end of the game. So there's kind of 2 different variable levels of victory points there. You can also see, kind of statistically how to work this. So for example, at the beginning of the game, you start the game with 9 cards with decay in your deck, with the cursed land in your deck. So I have 3 of them showing right now. I have 1 here, I have 1 here, and I have 1 here. That means I have 6 cards left in my deck that have decay out of the 11 that are left, which is kind of high. So I'm not really too keen on hitting this button and pushing that card into my field. So we're not going to do that right now. We're going to stop with 4 mana, and I'm going to click this button right here, and it's going to take me to the harvest phase. Going to the harvest phase changes the view. I get all of my mana to buy, so I have 4 mana here. You can get Fertile Soil, which is kind of the generic card to buy. And again, these are just going to give you 1 mana each, but they're also going to give you a top, a medium, or a top, a middle, and a bottom area of your card that you can fill in. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's talk about that. I'm going to buy this Podling right here, for example, and I'm going to put him on a blank card. So I'm going to drag it down here. He now populates that card. You'll notice he's grayed out because I don't get his bonuses because I just added him this turn. The other thing I can do is I can now buy a second card. Now the Seedling's really good. It cancels all but 1 decay. This is a good thing for building later in the game when you think that you're going to get some aggressive cards that will give you decay. So just like I put the Podling onto a blank card, I'm going to get this Seedling and put this on a blank card as well. That's all the mana I have. I didn't generate any symbols, so I can't buy any Vale cards at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end my turn. It will automatically draw cards for me until I hit 3 decay. Now that was a really rough one. So you'll see that I'm now sitting with only 2 mana and 3 decay. But I know I used 3 of my decay cards last turn. I have 3 more showing right now. So I only have 3 cards remaining with decay in my deck, meaning I only have 1/3 of my deck is decay. So now might be a good time to push forward and see if I can get to more mana. So let's take a look and see how that works. I'm going to click here. Beautiful. Okay, so my next on deck card does not have a decay, so I'm good with that. I now have 3 mana. If I wanted to push and go 1 more, I could do that. And I kind of want to do that because this Dawnsinger is really good. I gain 1 power for each guardian symbol on this card, and she gives me a yellow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try and risk that. If I can push and not get a decay on my on-deck card, I'm going to be great. Let's see what happens. I did. Okay, so it's a blank card, so it's nothing on there. So now if I stop, I have 4 mana, which is phenomenal. The one bad thing about it is I would prefer to put the Dawnsinger on a blank card than one of the ones that's out here, because I want to be able to get as many Guardian symbols on a card to maximize that. So now I have to think, okay, I have 3 cards left out of 7. If I push this card over, I have like a 50-50 shot of getting a decay here. So it may be better to just go ahead and get either the Grassland or the Dawnsinger right now. Or maybe get the Podlings and another Podlings, which can go on the top card here, and get another Fertile Soil, which might actually work out pretty good. I think we'll play a little bit of small ball. In fact, here's what I think we're going to do. I'm actually going to maximize a card for Fertile Soil. So watch this. I'm going to finish my planting phase, go on to the harvest phase. I'm going to take this Fertile Soil and go here, and this Fertile Soil and go here. So now this card is maxed out. I can't change it anymore, but I know every time I draw it, I'm going to have 3 mana, which is really good. So I'll go ahead and finish out my turn on that. It does show you what your opponents do, but it's really, really quick. So you see there he got the Podlings and added it to one of his cards. Then it goes on to the red player's turn, the Beast Brothers. He got the flowers, put that on his card. It's pretty quick, but it doesn't bother me too much, because you can get there's really, I mean, you're not buying tons and tons of cards, right? You're not buying like 20 cards per turn, so it's not too fast. So where am I right now? So, here's my blank cards. I now have, okay, so here's an interesting thing. So I have 3 cards showing decay. If I click on this little trash can here, I can come down, I can see the cards in my discard pile. So if I count, I don't want to count the one that's on deck because I've already counted that. If I look at my field, I have 1, 2, 3, and that counts the card that's in the decay or on deck. So I have 3 decay there. If I look at my discard pile, I have 4. I have 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means I only have 1 more card that has decay. I only have 2 mana. The best I'm going to get out of this is maybe 4 if I push it really hard, and I don't think that's the case. So I think the better thing to do right now, I am actually going to get this Seedling. I'm going to put it on, so I'm going to go from my planting phase to my harvest phase. I'm going to take this Seedling and put it on here. Now, the Seedling says that it's an ongoing ability, and it says cancel all but 1 decay on this card. So I'm going to build ahead a little bit. I'm going to go here, and this card will now give me 2 mana or 2 power and 1 decay. But I'm hoping, and I'm building for later, that I'm going to be able to get something that's aggressive that goes on the top that may give me decay, but now it'll be canceled out because of the Seedling. So kind of thinking ahead. So let's go on and see what we can do on a future turn here. All right. Beautiful. He gets Grasslands. It's good. The other thing that's kind of nice, this little button thing over here, I can make the Vale cards really big, or I can make the Harvest cards really big, or I can make both of them the same size, which is kind of cool. Well, these are a little bigger, but that's okay. All right, so what do we got? We got 2. That's not really that great. Let's push. Let's see what we can get. Okay, let's push 1 more and see if we can get that 4th. Yes, we did. Okay, so we got 4 now. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to get my Dawnsinger, and I'm going to put my Dawnsinger on a blank card now. So I'm very happy about that, which is really good. Some of these cards are really great, right? Like the Deadwood Harvester, when played, you may discard any other card in your field. That's really good. The Wellspring is really good. It gives you both a green and a brown symbol, which would immediately allow you to buy the Azure Lake, which is really good as well. And obviously, the person with the most victory points is going to win the game. So buying those Vale cards is a really important thing. Let's see. I'm going to have 3 mana next turn. Do we have anything that's pretty aggressive yet? We don't have anything. Yes, we do have the Dead Coral Cobra, but he's 7. Man, him and the Stag are really expensive. So we're still a little ways away from them. So that's okay. The Druid Song is great. This gives you a wild symbol. This can be used as any of the symbols, which is really nice. 3. Okay, I have 3 in decay, and I think I have 3, 1, 2, 3 in my graveyard. So I have 3 left out of 8. If I push, I will get to a 4. I want that Wellspring. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, okay, I spoiled. So now I have 4. So you'll see here it says spoiled. I don't have the ability to move on. So now when I finish my planting phase, my little mana disc is going to flip over, and I have 1 additional power, 1 additional mana. I should probably figure out if it's called mana or power. I've played this game so many times that we just kind of call it interchangeable, I guess. I'm sure there is a official term, and I'm sure the comment section will let me know what it is, but either way it works, so it's all good. So this is good. We have a ton of mana this turn. We have a ton of mana this turn. This is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 because of this. So wow, we're really close to getting that stag. Wow, that would be really nice. But I think I have my card. Yeah, I think my one with my seedling is in my discard pile, maybe. Yeah, okay. Well, the Calm Weather's pretty nice. When played, look at your next on-deck card, and you may discard it. That's really, really good. Look at your next on-deck card, and you may discard it. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to put that. I'm going to keep this. I don't want to waste a mana necessarily, because that would be wasting that mana with only 7 and only 1 left. The Feral Chieftain would be nice, but I don't have anything to go with it yet. So, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'll go ahead and leave it as this, and I will get the Calm Weather, and I'll put that right there. So that'll help us in the long term at the end of the game, which is really good. And you can see over here, I have 2 cards that have victory points. Green has 1, red has 0. So you can kind of keep track of those, which is kind of public knowledge, which is good to know as well. So let's see what we can do here. Aha, I got my seedlings. I can discard a card. So I could choose to discard this card if I wanted to. Do I want to? Yeah, let's discard that card. All right. Wow. Oh, man, we got a lot of mana this turn. That's great. Okay. This is going to be a really, really good turn, I think. Ooh, Bear Totem is good, too. So now I'm gonna have, man, we drew a lot of good things here. So I drew back my card with the Calm Weather and the Fertile Soil. I drew the Dawn Singer, which is great. So I have a lot of symbols here, which is awesome. So I got the symbols from the Seedling, a symbol from the Calm Weather, and a symbol from the Dawn Singer. So I have 2 yellow and 1 green. Oh, that's not enough to buy anything. Yeah, it's not enough to buy anything. So I would need 2 yellow, a green, and a brown to get the Feral Grove. 2 yellow and a brown. Wow. Okay, so that part kind of, that's a bummer, but that's okay. We're not going to push. I don't think we need to at all. We have, let's see here, in our discard pile we have nothing, and in our active we have 3. So yeah, I'm not going to push. Let's see what we can do here. This is going to cancel all but 1, which I'm not really in the need of right now. Oh, the Feral Chieftain. Yes. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do the Feral Chieftain is going to buy 5 and put him right here. This is maximizing out on our Guardian symbols too. So this is during the harvest phase. I will gain 1 victory point for each Guardian symbol on this card. And the Dawn Singer will give me 1 mana for each Guardian symbol on the card. So now I get 2 mana from the Dawn Singer and 2 victory points from the Feral Chieftain every time that card gets played. So that's really good. I think I might want to buy the PLOW, or I might want to buy the Wellspring. The Wellspring would actually be really good and would go phenomenal with this card. So I'm going to bring the Wellspring down here. So that's great. So every time I play this card now, I'll get a green and a brown. And the brown was really what I was missing to be able to buy some of the Feral, the Vale cards. Pretty much everything requires a brown except for the Webwood Canopy right now. So, well, yeah, Pool of Magic requires 1. So, all right, that leaves us with 1 mana. Can't do anything, so we'll just leave it at that and move forward. Now, the nice thing about that, you may have noticed, like I haven't used the additional mana I got from spoiling yet, so that's still out there. I can still use it. It doesn't go away. It's not like a one and done kind of thing. So, excuse me, that'll be really, really cool. This is not a good turn. This is the antithesis of the last turn we had. No symbols and 3 mana. Oh, I think we're going to need to push. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. Oh, really? 1, 2, 3 in my discard pile. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that means I have a 25% chance not to spoil. I don't think we can push on that. I'll leave it as it is, and I'll just simply get a Fertile Soil, and I'll put that right there. So we'll call that good and done, because I don't want to push. I could have, but there was the card. Yeah, there was the card. So, okay, not too bad. Let's see what we got here. We have the Druid Song out there still. Grove Tender. Ooh, Grove Tender's a good card. Grove Tender's a really good card. Okay. So red got a fertile soil and the grove tender. Blue. Let's see. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means that last one is a decay, so we don't want to push. So we'll call it there. And I'd really like to get that Moonwolf, but he wouldn't fit on the other card, because if I remember, my other card has the top and the bottom have guardian symbols, not the middle. So in the meantime, let's put the Moonwolf. Or do I want to? This is a great decision, and this is why I love this game so much. I could get the Moonwolf, which will give me 2 mana or 2 power and a guardian symbol. It'll also give me the option, or sorry, I also have the option to get the Druid Song, which gives me a wild symbol. I think the Druid Song is a better choice right now, because we do have the ability to generate a lot of mana. So, all right, I'm going to use that. Now you'll notice that my mana symbol flips back to white, because I have used the extra mana I got from spoiling. So, let's see what we got here. I can't say enough good things about this game. This game is beautiful. It is gorgeous. I've really enjoyed playing this game since it came out physically, and I have always very much enjoyed the see-through cards and the concept of crafting your cards with these layers. I thought that was just so much fun, but for some reason, and I have a hard time with this, I can't put my finger quite on it, but when you play this game digitally, it still gives you that feeling. It gives you the feeling that you are crafting the cards, and I don't quite know how they did that. Haven't been able to put my finger on it, but I don't feel as though I'm missing anything from the physical version. Now, without a doubt, I'm not sitting around a table and playing with my friends, so I'm on a computer and I can play multiplayer and all that. So there is that piece of it, but I can't say enough good things about Nomad and what they did with this. It's just really, really good. I have a gut feeling to push. Let's push. Oh, and I want to push one more. Dare I? Do I? Yes, let's do it one more. Oh, okay, I spoiled. Not only did I spoil, but when you spoil, you lose everything out here, including your symbols. So you don't get any symbols at all. So that's a bit of a bummer, especially because that was a really good card, and it would have been really nice to add that plow to it. Oh, that would have been really good. Oh, okay. Yes, I want to discard that cursed land. Yes. All right, well, this is going to be a turn that's going to make up for it for sure, so which is really good. So we're getting down to where there's not many. Actually, I think that may be it. Is it? Nope, we have a couple of fertile soils left. Okay. Okay, we're going to be able to get a Woodland Warden on our turn. Harvest, gain 2 victory points for each. Oof, man, that's going to be really good. Unfortunately, he's not comboing up with anything I have in my hand right now. He could combo. Oh, he could combo with the. Yeah, that could be really good. Yep. Okay. We're done. We're not going to push. We're going to do this, and we're going to take our planting phase, and we're going to take the Woodland Garden and put it here on this, which is phenomenal. So now this card is going to give me 2 victory points for each Guardian symbol. So I'm going to get 4 victory points from the pool every time I play this card, and it's worth 3 at the end of the game, which is really good. That little kind of Woodland Warden is protecting the little podlings who are so cute and want to come hug you. They're wonderful. And now I finally have enough that I can buy a Vale card. So let's take a look at these. So the options here, the World Tree just gives me 2 victory points. The Exodus Road gives me 2 victory points. The Azure Lake would give me a additional power or mana every harvest phase. The Sunstone Airy would allow me to exchange symbols for different ones. I would get 3 points for the Feral Grove. Don't have enough for the Wellspring Glade or the Web Canopy, but I do like the Pool of Light. I think I'm going to go with the Pool of Light. That will give me a random symbol on every harvest phase, so I'm going to go with that. Now, you may say, that's cool. Where did your Vale card just go? If I click here, this is my Vale cards, and I can see all of my Vale cards. So this is my field, this is my Vale card, and this is my discard pile, and you can jump between them at any time, which is really, really nice. I only got 1 left, so nothing to buy with, so we'll keep that, bank it, and move on to the next one. I feel like we're doing fairly well right now. And mind you, again, this is medium AI. This is not like hard AI, but it is challenging. It's not the easiest in the world. He's slowly, green is slowly, I think, creeping in here. We'll have to see how it works out. Boy, this is not a good turn. Only 3, and I can't. Oh, not only is it only 3, it's only 3, and I can only buy this fertile soil, and I can't fit it anywhere on my cards. But you may say, well, Tox, that's awesome. You could put it on your on deck card. You cannot. Whenever you buy a card, you can only put that onto the cards in your field. So I have to push, and I'm more than likely going to spoil here. No, I didn't. Ooh. I'm going to save that for next turn. I'm just going to, I'm going to be safe here. I'm going to do this. And then I am going to, this is a tough choice. Do I want the Moonwolf or do I want the Hawk? The Hawk is so good, but the Moonwolf's so good too. I think that's risky. That's risky. That would put 2 on that card. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put the Hawk on here. That's a pretty aggressive card right now because if I draw that, I'm going to have 2 decay just from that one card. But we'll see. We'll see how we can get it going. It may turn out good, may turn out bad. Here we go. Okay, so this one is going to be really good. This is going to give me 4 victory points just for playing it as long as I don't spoil. So right now I have 3. I have 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 cards out of 4 in here. So I think I could push, actually. I think I could push pretty successfully. The Hulking Thornhigh. That's pretty awesome. The card is great. Let's push. Oh, I want to push one more time. Let's do it. Yes. Okay, so now I got 7. Okay, so now we have enough for this Will-O-Wisp, which is really good. I really like that. So do we have anything? Oh, yeah. You know what we have? We have a Feral Chieftain in the middle that could go right here. That would make that card really good too. And I think we're out of fertile soils. No, we have 1 fertile soil. Okay, so let's stick with the 7. Let's stick with the 7. We're going to put the Feral Chieftain here. So now we have a nice little family of the Woodland Warden, the Feral Chieftain, protecting their podlings in the forest, which is awesome. That's going to be a really good card in the future as well. If it wasn't good enough already, now I'm going to get 4 victory points at the end of the game for it, which are part of my totals right now. It's going to give me 6 victory points from the pool every time I play it, just for the Woodland Warden. And then it's going to give me 3 victory points from the Feral Chieftain. So I'm going to get 9 victory points every time I play that card, which is really, really good. Where do we want to put that fertile soil? I guess let's put the fertile soil right here. And we have enough to buy the Exodus Road or the Sunstone Eyrie. Let's buy the Sunstone Eyrie. This is going to allow us, once per turn, we can spend 2 to use any bear, brown, green, or yellow symbol as a wild symbol. That might be better long term, so we'll do that. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, we're done. Yep, we're good. So got my 4 victory points, which is great. So now we're doing good. We're 4 and 9. I mean, we're 13, which is pretty good. So I feel good about that. Nobody has really started taking victory points out of this center until right now. So I think this is the part of the game where it's going to get aggressive. It's going to get pretty fast. There goes the Moonwolf. It was a good one. Do like the Moonwolves. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We have 7 mana. We have a couple of really good cards. We would get 2 victory points. We have 2 wilds and 2 here. Oh, we only have 2 cards left in our deck. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So both cards are good. I can push out both cards. So 1. Oh, do I want to do that? Yeah, I want to do that. Discard this card? No, I don't want to discard that card. Oh, this could be an epic turn. This could be an epic turn. Yes, that's really good. Look at that, 11 victory points that's going to bank me. And I still only have 2 of 3, so let's push one more. Okay, now I have 3 of 3. This is an amazingly good turn. All right, we'll call it here. Let's get buying a whole bunch of stuff. I love seeing all those sparks come together. I mean, this is like the fruition of your plans, right? It's so good to see those things come together, and I love that all that stuff just magically, like, you know, wisps into your assets here as to what you can buy. It's really, really cool, and it feels really gratifying, which I really like. What cards do I have here? I don't have... Oh, I have a middle one here that would need... the stag would be really good there, because then the stag would give me victory points. Yeah, I think that's a really good one. If I buy the stag, that leaves me with 3. I could get the fertile soil, so that's good. So let's get the stag, and we're going to put the stag there. Boy, that's a great card. That is a great card. And again, that feeling that this game gives you of planning and thinking and plotting and doing these things, it's really cool. Really, really cool. That leaves me with 3, so we'll get a fertile soil, and we'll put that one. Let's put that one with this card. Oh wait, what is this? This is a seedling. Cancel all but 1 on this card. Let's put that right here. Okay. Okay, good. I think we're good. Now let's buy a Vale card. I think we got to go big on this one because it's points and it's tons of points. Let's go with the Wellspring Glade because that's 7 points, so we'll get that. And then we'll also get Exodus Road as well, which will give us another 2 points. So that's 9 points, which is awesome. Then we'll get our 11 and collect our 11, and we are rocking. I mean, this is phenomenal. We're doing really, really good. I have had other games where the medium AI is a lot harder. I feel like I'm running away with this almost. Maybe it's just because I'm recording and I'm lucky, and because I have all of you with me here, you're bringing me good luck. So maybe that's what it is, but we'll have to see how it all shakes out at the end. The graphics are amazing again. The gameplay is so smooth, and all of that just creates a wonderful experience. AEG did a great job making a great game, but this is a great digital version of the game as well, too. So just really, really happy with that. Let's see here. Okay, so I have 3. How many are in my discard pile? I don't want to count this one. So this is where, as you get longer in the game, you got to remember what cards you have that you've added things to, because I've had 9 cards with Cursed Lands, which are the starting ones, but now I have this card, which has an additional one. So Cursed Lands, I have 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all 3 of these are Cursed Lands. So that's not good. So that's bad because I'm not going to be able to buy anything with my 3. I'm not going to be able to buy anything with my 1 wild, although I have the Sunstone Airy. So let's do this. So let's go into our planning phase. We'll get 3 mana. We'll go into here, and once per turn, you may spend 2 to use... Oh, use... I made a mistake there. I should have pushed. I thought this was... I could funnel mana to buy a symbol and not change... I forgot it was changing a symbol, so I'm not actually going to get anything this turn. That was such a waste. I should have just done it and, like, blown up and... okay. All right. Well, so c'est la vie. That's the way it goes. This may be their chance to come back. Look at that. 11. That was pretty sharp. Man, that's a big turn for green. That's a big turn for green. Suddenly he has 20 points. Wow. That was a really good turn for green. I should have pushed. I didn't think. I should have read that before I pushed. These are why words are important in games, kids. Very important. All right, let's see what we got. There's only 7 victory points left in the pool. So I know the next card is going to... All right, so I know the next card is going to make me spoil, but that's okay because I'm not going to be able to buy anything with these. So let's go ahead and spoil, which is totally fine. It does not matter how many you go over. Like in this case, I went to 5. Does not matter. So I'm just going to spoil, get my mana for next turn, be able to buy a little more, and we'll leave it at that. Oh, not good. These last couple of turns have not been good. This is giving green a chance to catch back up. This may not turn out to be as runaway as I thought. It may actually turn out to be pretty tight, so we'll have to see. What is the highest card on the board right now? Ooh, the Hive Swarm. That is a great card. 2 victory points. You get 4 victory points when you play it. It gives you Decay and a yellow symbol and a Guardian symbol. That's a really good card. Okay. 3 would get me... Well, 2 would get me nothing. So let's push. Okay, now I have 4. I could get the Moonwolf, which I think is safe right now. So yeah, let's do that. We'll stop there. We'll get the Moonwolf. Get 2 victory points in the pool, and let's go ahead and do Cascading Falls because that's worth 1 point, and we have 2 other Sunstone areas which are worth nothing, so there's no reason to get those, so we'll leave it as it is. 2 Blooming Armors. If you were to spoil, you may discard this card to gain 1 green. That's good, but not really needed at this point, so hopefully now we're going to get a lot of greens and a lot of yellow symbols. Not really generating a lot of green in this deck. It's really more yellow. I think there's 1 card we have that generates green, so probably could have planned that better. Uh-oh, game's over. All the victory points have been taken. Let's see what happened. Yes. Okay, that was much closer than I thought. So the final was 39 to 33 to 12. The Beast Brothers did absolutely terrible. But much closer because those last couple of turns I couldn't get the cards to come up in the right way, which was kind of challenging. But that was really cool. I like that. I like the fact that I was in the lead for a very long time and then kind of had things happen to where the Life Wardens were able to catch up on stuff. So that is Mystic Vale. As you can tell, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. They did a great job. If you are on Steam and want to play, check it out. If you are not on Steam, that's shocking, but get on Steam. There's a lot of good things out there and a lot of good board game stuff out there, and this is just one of them. But yeah, I would highly suggest checking out Mystic Vale. We have had a lot of fun with it, continue to have a lot of fun with it. Looking forward to the season pass with all the additional stuff with the Veil of Magic and all the expansions that are going to be available. And of course, if you want to check out the physical game, you can check it out on Alderac Entertainment Group's website. You can search them under Facebook and Twitter as well. For us, in the meantime, let us know what you think. Have you played Mystic Vale? What's your favorite card combination? What's your most overpowered card combination that you've been able to put together? And what cards have you had the most fun crafting on your own? Leave a comment below in the YouTube section. Of course, you can chime in on Facebook and Twitter by searching Crits Happen. But until we see you next time, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel here. Feel free to share the video with friends and anyone else on the interwebs that you know and like, or that you may think would be interested in learning more about Mystic Vale. But until we see you next time, thanks so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.